Media has gone overboard on the forecast by the Commonwealth Bank that property prices across Australia will fall 10% in 2024. As consumers, we can rest assured that it probably won't happen because the people making these forecasts have a track record of getting it horribly wrong in their property market predictions pretty much every time. Now, there are two major things wrong with the media treatment of forecasts like this. One is the speed with which media turns a forecast into a fact. It's not a case of somebody predicting that prices may fall 10% in the future. It's presented as prices will fall 10%. The second problem is that journalists never check on the record of the people they're publicising. If they did, many high-profile forecasters would never appear in media because they constantly get it wrong. The Commonwealth Bank's latest prediction on prices comes from the CBA's head of economics, Gareth Aird. Media assumes that this is credible because this is one of the big four banks, and CBA is our biggest mortgage lender. So they must know what they're talking about, right? Well, actually, no. Based on his track record, Gareth Aird is one of the nation's worst forecasters. Let's look at what he predicted in March 2020 as the pandemic first took hold. His forecast was that residential property prices would drop 10% over 6 months and 20% in the next year, led by steep falls, particularly in Sydney and Melbourne. But in the next 12 months, house prices overall rose 7.5%, with Sydney rising 8%, Adelaide 9%, Hobart 13%, Canberra 14%, Darwin 16%, and across regional Australia, prices rose by an average of 13%. Now let's look at his forecast at the start of 2021. In February 2021, Gareth Aird, on behalf of the Commonwealth Bank, was forced to admit that they got it seriously wrong a year earlier, and they were now predicting price rises. But their forecast was house prices will rise 9% in 2021 and unit prices just 5%. So what actually happened? Well, house prices have risen 21% and unit prices by 13% in the first 10 months of the year alone. Once again, they've totally underestimated housing markets across Australia, and they continue to discuss Australia as a single unified market without allowing for the many regional differences. Let's face it, Gareth Aird would struggle to accurately forecast what happened yesterday. And why does this failed forecaster think that prices will fall in 2024? Because he expects interest rates to rise and that this will generate a big drop in prices. And this, I have to say, is kindergarten analysis. Simplistic, misguided, and plain wrong.